Here's Kara's brand used 2022 Fish Pro Scout 130. She's a dirty girl, so let's get her all washed up. We picked this up from a neighbor down the street. He bought it at 12 hours. As you'll see later in the video, this thing's only got 13 and a half, so he's only used it for an hour and a half, so it's basically brand new, just been sitting outside with no cover. Alright, just put the battery in. He does here 13.6 hours. Alright, that's a huge success.
Yay.
I was just telling the people, look at the hours. 13.6.
Hours.
He bought it at 12 hours.
Oh, he rode it 1 hour?
And it's breaking is 5 hours, I think. I'm pretty sure it's 5.
Wow, cool.
So it's pretty much been just sitting in the driveway. Scored. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Me and the wife are here in Lake Havasu in Arizona doing some jet ski camping, so we wanted to bring you guys along. Wanted to show you a good tip if you're ever jet ski camping. If you notice the footwells of the jet ski, they're pretty good. So what we did was we hauled all of our wood inside the footwells, and we're here for 2 nights. We're gonna stay out in Pilot Rock and then head out. So you guys are coming with us.
The storm's coming in, so they say. Everyone's coming in and we're going out. Lord help us all. We got our wood strapped up there. And I got some tucked under my seat, backer inner. Ooh, ooh. He's a professional. We got a cooler full of food. Hopefully we make it. The ranger guy said 15 minutes up the river where we're going. So that's good. That's not too far. Not like an hour. That'd be way different. Boats are going in. He's gonna dock them over there so we can hook up the sled and load up the sled with the million things that we have. It's a little difficult when it's blowing wind and the water's pretty rough. Get everything attached, but at least no one else is waiting to get in.
So here's the setup. Got the drinks, got the wood strapped, got the rescue sled, huge waterproof duffels, American flag. Kara, her little scout, got her strapped, all waterproof bags. That's all camera gear, but hopefully it stays on. We're ready to go. Kara's first time on this guy.
Do I drive it?
You've driven mine.
I know, but I don't remember. It's easy. I haven't reversed yet, but woo!
Yeah, this thing's working out great. I haven't had this much weight on it, so this is a good test. Firewood's staying on too. Oh, my flag. That thing broke. Here she comes. Are you getting the hang of it? Good. Quick luggage check. Everything's kind of geared. I do have to tie it down a little better, but it's not going anywhere. If you guys can see that. I think there's 79 or something Bureau of Land Management sites. So you pay, I think it's 10 bucks. There's a little, I'll show you later. There's a little metal canister. You slip your money in there per night, 10 bucks I think. But they're all over. So there's reason why we picked this area maybe is there's a restroom there. There's a restroom there. It's kind of nice to use a restroom. And then they actually give you a picnic table. We're trying to find so we're out of the wind. These are like really nice spots, but that would be brutal if the wind was going that certain direction. And from what I understand, they want you to camp like where they have established a spot so that you're not just polluting wherever you want. So that's what we're trying to do is stick to the protocol, right? So that all these things are kept open. There's so many lighthouses around Havasu. I'd love to find out how many there are. There's got to be a lot. Oh, look at that. Hope you can see that. They look like those osprey. All right, we got our spot. Doesn't look like much, but there's a porta potty, a cement porta potty, and a beautiful view. We're all alone over here. Made it here safe, didn't suck up anything. So now we set up camp. That water is warm. Being the Colorado River, I'm just surprised how warm the water is. Oh! Oh! Oh, babe, this is a big one! Oh, no way! I heard about these! This one's from Colorado! Babe, you're never gonna believe it. Look at this!
Woohoo!
Oh my god. This is a lifetime catch.
You said lifetime.
I cannot believe this. Oh, that's good. On a side note, let me show you something. We are all set up. Fire, chairs, tent, bed. Check this out. I bet you anything this is gonna be a good view. If I don't bust my butt. Look at this. Gorgeous scenery. I actually caught 2 of those Colorado fish.
We just didn't get the first one. Oh, I wasn't recording. I'm sorry.
I think the next fish I'm going to catch is an IPA. I think that's what they're called.
An IPA.
An IPA?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What?
An IPA. Kind of bubbly and sometimes hazy.
I did look at the rules. Day use is $10 and camping overnight is $10. But if you're planning on coming here during the day and then camping, you have to pay for the day use as well as the night use.
It doesn't say that.
It says daytime use ends at sunset.
Yeah, I know. But it doesn't say you have to pay it twice.
You guys look it up. This particular campsite is called Buzzard, and it's really neat because it's a cove and it looks like it's the only campsite in this cove.
Yeah.
So you can look it up on the website and you can find Buzzard if you want to camp here. Bathrooms are nice. She attested to that. They're clean at least. We're going to chill here for a little bit and then we'll get on some dinner.
This is the veggies for chicken with hearts. No chicken hearts, just hearts. And we're going to put it in the fire.
There we go. That looks really good. Just call me the Piper.
Ew. Stop.
It's good juices.
Oh, that one's really...
Oh my. Oh my goodness. They don't actually look bad. Oh yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, it's like
It's
old
true.
school elk oil.
It's a little crunchy.
Got some coffee. Woke up about an hour ago. Water was real loud, but by the morning, got used to the sound. See, dudes didn't run away. Enjoy the coffee. See what we got in store for today. Ooh, look at that. Bacon, onion, bell peppers, potato, and some cheese.
And jalapenos.
Oh, and the guys, the service people for the sites, there's 72 sites. And it's $10 for day use and $10 for night use.
He was right. I was wrong. I always admit when I'm wrong.
So yeah, anyways, we didn't have a reception, so we couldn't pay. So when we go into town to get some ice and some more wood, then we'll log in. There's a QR code here. Where is it? Right here. That you can use. And you can just pay online if you don't have cash. If you have cash, you can just drop it in that little metal tube. Kara met some friends. Holy crap, guys. That was like riding in the middle of the ocean. Anyways, we're just gonna go to the loading ramp, tie up, go get some new supplies, and then head back to camp. All right, hopefully she's there when we get back. Let's head to the store now. Yep, still there. There it is. All right, I got ice. Oh, and some ratchet straps. I had some issues with strapping down the wood, the bags and stuff on the Sea-Doo. Ain't leaving it unattended like that, but just try to be quick as possible. So here's the story about all the lighthouses around here. This is a specific lighthouse replica from this story here. Down here this was made by the Lighthouse Club of Lake Havasu. Citizens dedicated to improving navigational lighting and safety on the lake. And so what I noticed yesterday as we were riding, the lighthouses that we saw above on the bluff, I guess, those guys were probably practicing or demonstrating lighting techniques and different things. We are back on the jet ski. We got the wood loaded up. We got the ice, the water. Now we just got to get back to our site. You hit the record? Yeah. I wanted to show you guys how we anchor for, let's say, a rocky shore situation like Catalina. This is actually small pebbles here. It will mar up your ski, so I wanted to give you another option on anchoring instead of actually shoring it. So this is called a sandbag anchor, but over time with current will actually come out and then you could have your jet ski drifting. So I wanted to show you how we do it. I'll link a few clips on how I made this bag, and then I'll link some products on this little marine light and this clamp and this RC battery. The connector comes with like no plug. So I put this connector on because it matched the battery. You have to figure that out, but I'll give you the links on what you need to get that done. Overnight in the seas, not necessarily on a lake, but in the seas, you have to have some sort of light. I like to do that also in the lakes too, because you don't want someone running into your stuff. The idea of this loop anchoring system is to get your ski just away from the rocks, and it's anchored safely, and you can actually retrieve it by the pulling of a cable. So I'm going to show you how that works. Here's your light. This battery, I tested it in my garage at full, and it will be lit for more than 24 hours. So you should be good there. Everything fits inside this sand anchor bag. So the first thing you're gonna do, this setup I have for 250 feet. The loop anchor is a loop. So if you think about 250 feet, that's half of that. For this case, and like Catalina, you need to be out probably like 50 feet. So I have plenty of that for there. But for this case, I just don't want to be rubbing all night on the little pebbles. So I thought I'd give you an example. So in the original kit, if you buy this brand is Jet Tribe, which is a very popular Sea-Doo or jet ski brand for vests and stuff. Originally, this sand anchor would attach to your ski by filling this with sand. But the way that I am using it is actually filling this with rocks. Once you have it full of rocks, you can Velcro it tight. And what I usually do as I'm coming in is I'll look on my depth finder and I'll find out exactly where I want to drop this. So if I mark like 15 feet, I can actually measure this once I get to shore. Probably gonna be not that deep out there. Let's do like 6 feet. Make a loop knot, I can always undo it. And then a carabiner goes on the other end. And now I'm just trying to get rid of the slack. Hey duck friends. So now that I've shortened this is gonna go on the back of the jet ski. And on either end, there's a loop knot with a carabiner and a float. And this is all weighted crab line. Your line will sink so boaters don't get it stuck in the prop. So one end will go on to the front, one end will go on the back. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the front line and you're gonna attach it through that carabiner, and I'll show you how to do that. So if you clip this on the front line, I'll explain why. So what I'm doing is putting the front line under the bag, and this bag will freely move along this line right here. But because I'm putting it under the bag, when I push it out there as far as I want, I can yank on the front line the bag will drop exactly where I want it to drop. So then what you do once it's dropped is you pull the back one and the front one together. Pull the front one tight, and what that does is it pulls it right up to that anchor. And now we have it so the front one's tight. What that's going to do is going to keep the bow, the front of the boat, directing in front of the current. Once you have both ropes together, what you can do is find a tie point. We'll tie it to this hay box for now. If you don't know how to tie a knot, just tie a lot. I don't know how to tie very many knots, but if you look here, I have a lot of extra rope. But let's say that thing's 50 feet offshore. All I have to do is hold the back rope and the boat will come in because it's actually sliding through that carabiner. Or if I want to pull the boat back out, I can just pull the front of the boat and it'll pull it through the anchor. It'll send the boat out as far as the anchor is. Now in the morning, I'll give you an example of how I'm going to retrieve the jet ski and how we're going to get the anchor off the ground, because now the anchor's out there. This was all to avoid going in the water. Some waters have sharks in it. Some people don't like sharks. This is a way to do it so you don't have to get into the water. We'll show you in the morning when we leave here how we're going to get that sandbag, that rock anchor out of there. There's probably hundreds of other videos on loop anchoring systems. You can look them up. This is just how we do it. Now my jet ski won't be rubbing on these pedals. Any bites? Oh, okay. Just got back from a ride. It was really nice out. Little chop, not big chop. Little wind, not big wind. No fish. The sun sets in about an hour and a half. Over this ridge. There's our little hill right there. Let's see if we can get down there. The water is super clear. I haven't seen any fish swimming around, but they are probably just hiding out. Usually see one in this clear water, but not this time. The water's actually not bad. Ooh. On the jet ski it said 66 degrees. So being April, I'm actually pretty surprised that it's not really, really cold. Oh yeah, fish on. Oh, I gotta let him take it. Still on? No, you messed it all up. What we got going over here?
This is a little broccoli slaw and kale coleslaw. Little raisins or something in there, sunflower seeds,
Nice.
slaw dressing.
What do we got going on for dinner tonight?
Look at it, it's labeled peppers and onions and sausage adventure.
Cheers. These packs are done.
They're bubbling. Listen.
Oh yeah.
Hot.
Smells so good.
Hot pack.
Oh yeah.
Done.
Right when the GoPro shut up, I got this guy.
Oh wow, look at that. Good job.
Yep. Miller.
We also just got out of bed.
Yeah. We're just barely making coffee.
Pretty, pretty.
So say for example, this was further out, obviously. This is just for an example. So you want to get the bag back. So the way I do it is we had this tied on over here. So to reel it in from the beach, you pull on the back right here. Once you get it to the beach, you need to get the front. You can hop in. And you can pull yourself to the anchor. Pull the anchor up. And then you can use the back line. Sorry, this thing's in the way. Well, you get my point. Now I'm pulling myself back to shore. And then just undo everything. Good morning. Having some coffee. We're gonna just enjoy this sunrise and the beautiful surroundings. Pack up and head out. All right, we are off. We just got done packing. Say bye to Buzzard Cove. Nice little cove. Come check it out. Jet ski camping. We got it all packed up and we're gonna head out.
Didn't care that we were meant to be. You were mine, I was yours. Take me back once more. Summer love, sweet joy. Where did you go?
Back here, we're gonna pick up the Jeep, pick them both up. Now forward. Go, 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 go. A little more? Oh no, that's fine. I'll strap it. Would you look at that thing over there? That is a damn camping jet ski machine. This one too. All right, let's get it loaded up. All right, that's gonna do it for this one. Stay tuned for the next one. Later. These are the supplies you'll need. It was cheaper for me to buy 400 feet, 1/4 inch sinking rope, and it sinks because it's got lead in it. That will keep other boats' props out of it. This is from Amazon, Jet Tribe. You can buy whatever sand anchor bag you want. I got these at Home Depot. You can get them on Amazon. I made sure to get stainless. And these are anchor rope floats. Easiest way I found to measure the rope was to grab 2 points. In this case, I chose the trailer front and my truck's mirror. Grab the rope and on one end tie it, and then go towards my truck's mirror and wrap it around until I get the desired length. Now in this case I chose 225 feet roughly, which if you remember, this is a loop system, so the farthest distance my Sea-Doo will be out is just under 115 feet, which works for me. So now I've done this end like this. We're gonna need to put the float on this side. So the way I do it, make your overhand loop knot. Make sure the knot is actually kind of organized. That's all you need right there. Your heat shrink is only that long. So you come up, cut your rope right here. We're gonna fuse it. This knot should never come undone. The heat shrink only lets it so it doesn't unravel itself, because this rope is kind of tight. See how it moves? But the knot itself is very good. If you guys can splice or figure that out, I encourage that rather than this method. This is just how I do it because my splicing techniques are not very good. What I'm going to do is utilize the sand anchor, keep all my rope in. The rest just goes in there. So when you pull this out, so if you guys have dealt with arborists, this is basically the same method they use for a throw line when they throw over a tree to anchor to the top of the tree. So as you stuff this into a bag, this will never get tangled. Have this one part sticking out, and this is your entire anchor system right here. Pretty clever.